You think she's out living her best life, right? She's totally forgotten you. She's totally moved on. She doesn't regret losing you or that relationship at all. But the truth is, regret doesn't hit right away. It sneaks up on her when she least expects it. Today, we're gonna be talking about how long it takes until your ex actually regrets losing you. First off, the immediate aftermath. You've just broken up, and the last thing she feels is any sort of grief or longing over you. She's riding an emotional high. The psychological term for this is called emotional momentum because it pushes her or lets her kind of glide through the early stages of the breakup, because if she slows down, she knows in her subconscious that the second she does, she's gonna have to feel you and face whatever that breakup is gonna make her face. The first few weeks or even the first month is the worst time to expect any sort of sign of emotional leakage or to look for any signs of regret from your ex. Usually they're not gonna be there. Usually what you'll find is them trying to glow up, trying to gloat, trying to shove somebody in your face, trying to say, hey, look at my new man over here, ha 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 ha. Which of course, if she was really over you, would mean she wouldn't be doing any of that stuff. She'd be posting just like normal, like you never happened, like she wasn't affected at all. But 1 to 2 months after the breakup, after the honeymoon phase of whatever she jumped right into has worn off, she starts to feel something she's not used to feeling: regret. Okay, but this is not longing. Like, this isn't emotionally, I miss you. You're not necessarily at her conscious level yet. You're pretty much still in her subconscious level. Now, yes, she's gonna see like your profile picture, your posts on, social media, and yes, she will be reminded of you for that split second, but she's gonna wanna throw that away. So as soon as you come into her mind, she just wants to push you off and push you away. This slows down her emotional momentum, and she knows that the second it slows down, it's gonna hurt her, so she just keeps on running. But here's the thing, she's gonna run into emotional exhaustion, which is why exes often go silent after periods like this, because they're so tired of putting on this show, of this act. They're tired of performing, and they just want to numb out for a bit. But here's the thing, you can't do that because regret is just waiting for them if no better options show up. And odds are they won't, because that emotional bond takes time to build. She begins revisiting that relationship or that situationship in her mind. She'll start dropping you subtle breadcrumbs, right? Like liking your story, or just even watching your story, liking old posts, liking new posts, asking mutual friends about you. Anything like this is a soft breadcrumb to see where you are at emotionally, because she's thinking, hey, I might want this option here in the future, and I want to make sure if I want to cross this bridge that it's not burned for me. And at the center of all of it is not necessarily regret yet, it's doubt. And that doubt says, did I really make the right choice? Because she can't regret the choice if she still thinks she made the right one. Now for the core of the video. Full regret, which is why you clicked on this video. We're talking regret, consciously thinking about you, starts to happen around the 2 to 4 month mark. It's pretty much anytime after the second month mark, and that's because she needs to get over the honeymoon phase of whatever she's in. Now, she could just have a honeymoon phase about her new freedom, right? Like, she's really enjoying just being, can I say a slut? Because, guys are no better. Come on. Even if she's not in a new relationship, she's going to need something to fixate on to actually distract her from her time. Now, look, a healthy woman won't do this. A healthy woman will actually sit with her feelings. She'll absorb the breakup. She'll heal from it, and then she'll move on. And that whole process takes at least 3 months. You're not going to get over somebody fully in less than 3 months. I would dare you to find me an example of that. Now, there are some factors that do affect how long this process takes, obviously, such as the breakup, its intensity, if you were just a situationship, if you were official, how long you guys were official, how much she can see you improve or moving on during no contact, and especially how poorly her dating experiences are becoming, because you already know she's going to be comparing them to you. Now, at first, she's going to believe that they're just so much better than you, that she can't believe she ever dated you, and all of that is her ego talking. That's all it is. Her ego is trying to self-soothe her. But that ego cannot keep up with the amount of emotional maintenance it's going to require to actually get her to move on. The psychological term for this is called loss aversion. And what that means is that people typically feel the pain of loss longer than the pleasure of gain. So she feels more from your loss than she does by gaining that new relationship, that new fling, whatever it is. She needs to feel like she lost something valuable and something that may not even be accessible to her anymore. And this is where guys kill it, because God forbid you go a month or two without talking during no contact. They think that they've got to message them during their birthdays or Easter or Christmas or all these other things. And it's like, all you're doing is letting her know that she hasn't lost you yet. Not really. And if she doesn't believe that she's either about to lose you or has already lost you, she's not going to reach out. Why would she? And the more you improve your life, the more she's going to feel like not only did she lose out on you, but she's losing out on your potential. And that potential is what makes you irreplaceable. Now, this entire process can obviously take longer. If after the breakup, you were the one that chased her, blew up her phone, you were acting needy, you were begging for her to take you back, or even worse, begging for her to return your texts or calls. I'm not saying it's totally hopeless if you've done these things, but I am saying that the more of that you do, the weaker you act during the breakup, the longer it takes for her to reconnect to you. This is also part of the reason that proves that chasing her kills regret. It just reaffirms in her mind that you're weak and that she made the right choice. And I got news for you. I've seen a lot of guys post thirst traps. Now, a guy's thirst trap is going to be him in the gym. And what you're trying to signal, and if you're honest with yourself, this is what you're really trying to do. You're trying to signal to her that you're moving on, getting stronger, looking better, and that she needs to regret you. Here's the thing though, during the first month, now the second month is probably okay, but the first month, there needs to be nothing from you. No updated selfies, not you with somebody else, not you looking good in a hot car, nothing like that, okay? Stay off social media in general, you'd be a lot better off. Getting angry, lashing out, posting things that are either really sad or really mad to your profile is again going to reaffirm in her mind that you're still there, you're still orbiting her, you're still thinking about her, you're still obsessing over her. Because if you weren't, if you were actually moving on, if you actually were trying to leave, you wouldn't be posting anything like that. No thirst traps, no sad content, no angry content, nothing like that. You'd just be posting whatever your regular posting schedule would be, and there'd be nothing out of the ordinary. And that's exactly what you need to continue to do. Waiting around at home and crying, and I understand that if you need to cry, you need to cry, you need to release, but it doesn't solve anything. And I understand the need for release. But if you really want her back, you're gonna have to man up, wipe them away, okay? Go to the gym, go work on yourself, and get money. You need to look better. You need to be better. Waiting around does nothing but slow your growth. So again, cry, let it out, and I understand, but there comes a time where you need to wipe away those tears and you need to resume life. You need to go back to school. You need to go back to work. You need to act like nothing is wrong in public around your friends and around your family. If it's that bad, then you need to take that before your God. That's it. There are some things in this world like this that need to be taken before your God, or let's say a therapist if it gets real bad, all right? Now here's the reality check. Some women will simply not regret losing you until months or potentially years after the breakup. And let me explain to you what I mean by this, because when I say this to guys, it seems like they don't quite understand how a relationship works after another relationship. Whenever she breaks up with you, let's assume that it's been about 3 to 4 months after your breakup, she's in a relationship with somebody else. If it has taken her that long to get into a new relationship, to find someone else, it's probably legitimate, okay? And here's the thing, she might have dealt with her feelings for you in that time, or she might not have. Afterwards, after that relationship is over, so maybe it's a year or two, this is what happens. After her next relationship after you is over, which may be a few months, it may be a few years, no one really knows. I do know that most relationships end. So when that's over, she finally, after months or after years, can think about you without the guilt, without any sort of refrain. She doesn't have to limit herself to her thoughts of you that she actually had during that relationship. And she is totally free now to check back in on you and to say, hey, what's up? In the hopes that that door, no matter how long it's been, is still open. Not saying you have to take her back, but I am saying that that is what happens sometimes when it looks like somebody has just totally moved on. And for some reason, out of seemingly nowhere, their ex contacts them after years. Your focus must be, number one, on self-respect. If you do not respect yourself, you cannot expect anyone else around you to respect you. If she does not respect you, she will not and cannot love you. You've got to have and hold boundaries with the women that you date. Your focus must be primarily on self-respect. That comes out as personal growth. That comes out as keeping your body at least, average looking. It comes out as real detachment. What I mean by real detachment is simply this. You can still love her and detach. You can still want her back, but move on. Don't wait around at your house eating Ben and Jerry's, playing video games, trying to get over an ex, because I got news for you. If it works, it's going to take a lot longer than you actually joining the real world and learning some actual healthy coping mechanisms. I say all that to say this. Let me leave you with this thought. Regret doesn't come from chasing her. Regret comes when she realizes that she can no longer chase you. If you want to speed up this process of regret, then you need to be centered in yourself. You need to improve yourself. You need to become the man she thought she was leaving behind and then surpass him. Little bro, little sis, you've got this, and I've got you. I'll see you in the next one.